I'm sure, there are models like this in the US, in the UK, and other climes across the world. So, what is the model that this Student Loan Act is fashioned after? And what is the application process like? You said you can do it from your room, from everywhere, but how tedious is it not, knowing that our network problem at times can just make things not easy anymore?
So I think you've asked two very useful questions there. So first of all, what's it modeled after? Well, I think this is probably most similar to the system or the model they have in the UK. But having said that, this is different in a number of ways. First of all, it's interest-free. So at no stage do the current applicants have to consider paying interest. I say that because the law allows us to apply interest, but we have decided that we are not going to do that because Nigerian students need to be encouraged and need to have the benefit of actually taking a loan to pay for something that can never be taken away from them. And to encourage them is to say, well, we're not a commercial entity, we're not trying to make a profit. So in essence, that differentiates this from any other model that you might find anywhere else. The other thing that I should say to you is that students, loanees, those who have taken the loan, are not obliged to return any funds to the NELFUND until they have a job. And they are not required to even start doing that until 2 years after NYSC. So effectively, there's a long moratorium that allows them to look for work, to do anything that's possible, to even perhaps skills or acquisition to enhance themselves. And it is only when they get a job, anytime 2 years after NYSC, that they're required to pay back. And even then, it's the employer that goes to check the NIN to see whether the person they're about to employ has a loan or not. And the employer deducts 10% from their salary, and by law, the employer is the one that's obliged to pay the NELFUND back, unless the loanee is self-employed, in which case they're paying themselves, to work and they're making a profit. But it's still 2 years after NYSC.